motherfucking thing.
And we're back. Gameanon doing a little Mark of the Ninja action here. This game came out in 2012, so yeah, I'm real timely on this review, but it's one that, it's like another indie game where I'm glad I picked it up finally and got around to it. A lot of people had recommended it to me.
Looks really cool. I'm excited that you're finally playing it.
Yeah, Carl and Joel here from Gameanon, by the way.
What's up?
Experienced noob, talk show host, chillin'. A little bit of editing. Side-scrolling action game, stealth-based game from Clay Entertainment out of Vancouver. Some cool Canadian folks. Came out on 360 and Windows back in the day. Could get it on Steam. This is a really cool game. It's stealth-based. You can see here you are a ninja, and the story is really neat, and I really like how they animated the story, the cinematic moments. I know you haven't seen that yet, but I decided not to include it just yet. I don't want to be too spoilery, but
oh, how kind, Carl.
you can see how the stealth-based system works in this game. Sound and field of view are huge. You kind of have to, like, you can see I kind of have to like peek below, or if you peek down, you can get a better idea of things. Like I can see what's going on here, and then they're looking at the yellow sound because I knocked those lights out with some darts. I mean, this game is the stealth. If you're looking for a really good stealth-based action game, this is a really good one. And it's really like kind of in the realm of, you know, those puzzle. It's more like a puzzle. I think of it like a puzzle game. As a
side-scrolling puzzle.
Yeah, it really is kind of a puzzle game, more than an action game. Because if you try to take these guys on, like in hand-to-hand combat, like it takes a while. It makes a ton of noise, and you have to like finish them off anyways. And if you go in and it's not an assassination, and you're like fighting them, and then you decide to kill them, the sound it makes is gigantic. Like and you will get caught.
And alert like everybody else.
Alert everybody. You do lose points for getting caught. So here I fail. And look at that sound. You see how far it went out right there onto the map?
Yeah. So that's basically just alerting you to everybody around in that area.
That's how far the alert will go out.
Damn.
Like someone's coming. You can kind of play with sound a lot in the game because you kind of have to, like you can throw a dart at something, or if you go to an area, if you jump to an area near a guy where you're not seen and it makes a noise, you can jump out of that area and then he'll be facing where you were. And then
so you're using distractions
it's
like
distraction based. There eventually is like a talent and leveling up system. The first talent I chose was you can get an option to where if you're underneath someone, you now are able to get a one-hit kill on them if you do it perfectly. So here I'm gonna fail again, and but you know, it takes a little bit to get used to, and then they changed up, you know, and it's kind of like it's nerve-wracking at the time when you go in for that sort of thing. You get better at it as it goes. I think this was like the first couple hours I was playing, so I will say this game is challenging. It's easy to get caught in this game, and takes some forethought and takes some balls. You have to be afraid not to die.
What are the consequences if you do die?
Not much.
Okay, so you're not losing levels or something?
No, there's checkpoints throughout the levels. The levels are really cool, I will say. It's very like animation stealth based. This story is kind of based on this dude who's in the Yakuza, or like a mythical Yakuza, where the ink he gets, the tattoos that he's given, are given to him like ceremoniously or like ritualistically, and that like imbues him with power. So it's a bit of fantasy as well, but it's kind of set in this like, you know, cyberpunk backdrop, but you're also a ninja at the same time. So it's a lot of styles kind of mixed mashed together.
I love the artwork.
Yeah, it's really cool artwork. They do a really good job with the game, I think. And like I said, the cutscene levels, the way they're animated is really rewarding and like very true to the style, which I love. I'm a huge, you know, like Eastern, ninja and like that sort of genre. But this game, I will say that great sound, really rewarding, good leveling system. It's not like, I don't know.
You're almost there.
It's kind of on a set path, but there's always multiple ways to solve the same problem. You will get, and the other thing I wanted to mention about this game is that while I'm playing it on my PC, the game is a port. There's no way around. I mean, it's a port of... Well, it's hard to say that, okay. What I really want to say, I don't want to call it a port. It's meant for a controller. It's meant for a 360 controller. It was put out for Windows, and even back in the day, you could use it, and even now you can use a 360 controller on Steam, and it kind of gives the commands through that way. And I'm partial to controllers for a lot of games.
Are you using your controller on this?
I'm using a PS4 controller to play the game.
Okay.
And I'm enjoying it quite a bit. It's not impossible with the mouse and keyboard, but it's just laid out so well for a controller that if you have one, I would suggest using it for this game. Yeah, and when you do get these murder, like, behind the kill, like, takedowns, it feels so damn good. You the back drops out, and like it's very rewarding, and it's a lot of fun. The challenge is always fun, and the story is really cool. So, highly recommend this game. That's about all I have to say about it at the moment. we might just end this audio soon and let the video roll out. But not that expensive, indie game, and I would recommend it anyway.
What was that? Did I hear something?
I know I heard something over here.
I thought I heard something coming from here.
Guess I'm just hearing. Hello?
Go check that out, will you?
Must be imagining things.
Guard down, approaching.
Hello? Go check that out, will
What
ya?
happened to the light? There's something over it.
No one. Let's move on.